Not back. And no, we're not going to be waiting 5 minutes. We're going to be starting now. All right. Don't know why my software stopped, but I'm back. And we are streaming live crypto. It's been a wild ride the past few days in crypto, which I like to see. Wild rides are good. That gives us volume. And volume, well, that's where we make money. I got a great trade to show you guys today. It's a trade that I'm currently in. It's a bulletproof trade, so that means I can't lose money on this. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to close this door a little bit tighter. Oh, sorry. People in my house have been a little bit loud. All right. Yeah, so I've got a bulletproof trade running right now, which is a fantastic trade to be in. It means it's a trade that I cannot lose money on because my stop loss is set to my entry point. And I can do this when I've had a really, really good reaction off the price. So I'll go over that trade shortly. But we've had a wild ride with BNB. We've had a wild ride with altcoins in general. A lot of them are looking very tasty for longs, but I'm not quite ready to go long, and I'll show you why shortly. However, the market's so exciting right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and share my screen. Just give me 1 sec to set this all up. We'll start with the DXY, I think. I think we'll start there today. But first, I do want to talk about my wins and my losses. So my current win rate is 6 trades won, 4 trades lost, and 3 trades set to break even for a profit of $103 this past week or so. And that's cool because that's the most consistent that I've been for the last 6 months, and I'm really happy with that. It's not so much the profit that I'm looking for here, it's the consistency. The profit will come when I have bigger risk. Not in terms of risk, but in terms of I'm able to put more money up into my crypto wallet. So I will be putting into this account $100 US per week to keep it expanding, to keep what's the word? Compounding onto that wallet, which is going to give me a lot more room to get bigger trades, basically. So I'll be putting $100 US dollars per week into this account. It's not much, but it's enough. And you'll see that with consistent results, my account size is going to grow. And with that means my trades are going to be worth more each time. I'm currently risking 3% of my in total wallet per trade. And 3% is up on the risky side of things. I realize that, but I think my trades are pretty consistent. And even though I'm risking 3%, I'm choosing trades that have a much higher chance of winning than a lot of trades that I'm seeing a lot of other people take. I'm being very careful not to take risky trades. I'm being very careful to follow my rules. And we'll go over my rules again today. I have updated those rules, but I haven't changed them. They've just been updated, made a little bit more concise, a little bit easier to follow, and I'll be showing those later. But for now, let me share my screen. And let's take a look. We always like to start, well, I always like to start on the DXY. So let's have a look at the DXY. Let's just see where we are. And as predicted, I've been talking about this over the last few days. As predicted, we've pretty much broken through this level of supply right here, but it has bounced up to test the higher levels. And on the DXY, bouncing up to test the higher levels means crypto prices come down. I have a feeling that we will be testing this higher level up here. I have a feeling the price will come and retest there before it actually comes down. So I don't think we're quite bullish yet. We have a little bit more to lose before we're fully bullish. To me, fully bullish is going to be entering down into these areas here and really showing a reaction. Actually, no. It'll be retesting these areas up here and really showing a reaction of those prices. That will make me a lot more bullish on crypto in general. But being bullish on crypto, you don't have to be bullish on crypto to make money. We're going to make more money when we have a bullish run for sure. But there's money to be made. There's opportunities that are on the chart. But overall, I am very, very bullish right now. Sorry, bearish. I'm very bearish right now. I do think the price has a long way to come up here to retest, and if it does, it's got a long way to come up to retest up here, and it could definitely happen, guys. It could definitely happen. I think we need to really be careful not to fall into a trap here and thinking prices can only go up from here, because they won't. They'll go up, they'll go down, but they're going to mostly go down from what I can see. From what I can see, over the next week or so, prices are going to retest on the DXY higher price, bringing the Bitcoin price lower. I can't wait to see the Bitcoin price when DXY comes down to here, but I think we've got some retracements to happen. How much are we going to retrace? Well, we can have a look at that. We can have a look at that by pulling a fib from our top to our current bottom. We could see anywhere from a 50 to 70% retracement. So I am expecting prices at some point before we go bullish to test up here. And I'm hoping, for all of our sakes, that the DXY price comes up even to here and bounces completely off that. That'd be lovely. But if they don't come to here and bounce off completely, then I'm expecting prices will come up here. It'll be hard for everybody. People will be pissed. But that's all right. It's the nature of price. If we get a good reaction of either of these two areas, I'll be looking to take a bullish order for sure. All right. Just take a look at Bitcoin now. I'm going to show you the trade that I'm in. It was a trade I talked about before. In fact, I pretty much talked about this trade for weeks, waiting for it. I've had this area mapped out for weeks. I told you guys. I told everybody. I said we should be shorting at premium prices. Now, I did short here. I shorted here at this point here. I'll show you the areas that I did short. I shorted here. And I had a good short going on there. Because even though it wasn't premium prices, it was the most we'd seen. It was the highest that we'd seen Bitcoin come to since the start of the structure. I shorted here. I got a good shot on there. I made half profits. I stopped shorting at this area here because I could see the price was really starting to come up into that area. And in my view, not in my view, but what we see over time, when we have an order block, and all these shorts I was doing came off an order block. They came off this supply zone right here. And you can go back in my streams. You can have a look on YouTube if you want. You can see what I was thinking when the price came up. But the price came up, it tapped into here, and it came back down, and it came back down, and I was in both of those. But what we find is the more times a price goes into a supply zone, the weaker that supply zone gets. And the reason that happens is because those orders get taken out. The orders get taken out. The price will come up in here like a vampire, like a mosquito, and just suck out the liquidity, just sucks it all out. So that next time the price tries to go through it, it just skims right through it with ease. And smart money knows this. These are things that smart money, and when I say smart money, I'm talking about market makers. These are things that market makers know. They know the nature of people and the nature of prices. They know the psychology behind it. So when the price came up into here a third time, I wasn't interested in taking a short. Or maybe I did. I can't remember too much. But if I did, these particular shorts here, I knew price could come up through them. So I let them go early. I took profits at half profits at multiple places and then set them to break even. Where are we now? Well, when price came through up here, I knew price would be hitting this particular section right here. Why? Why did I know it would hit here? Because we had a major supply zone right here. We had a big order block from the bottom to the top, and then a massive drop. We had seen a tiny hint that liquidity has already been tapped in this zone. It had been tapped from here. It had been tapped from there. But for me, my area of interest is 50% of this massive big zone right here. So my trade started here. I'll zoom out so you can see it. Actually, I went for an even better trade this time. I could have gone 50% at the zone, but I put my entry point up because I got greedy. Greed is fine. Greed is not fine when you're trying to enter in every single trade. Okay, that's not greed. That's stupidity. Don't try and enter every trade. Okay, that's not what we're here to do. The amount of trades that you enter increases the likelihood that you can enter a bad trade. And we've all been there before. If you've been like me and you've been trading for like six months to a year, you've had a period of your trading career where you've just jumped in every single trade you could because you had a fear of missing out. These days, I do not fear missing out on a trade. So I would rather try and get a better entry price at a deeper level than be in the trade at all. Because every time I'm in a trade, I'm risking money. I know that drive to want to be in a trade because it's exciting, and being in a trade is the only time you make money. Well, at the same time, it's also the only time you lose money. All right, so price came up here. I had set my price in here and tapped it in. Had I have been awake, I could have definitely got an even better trade on this. If we look at the 15-minute, we've got major imbalances going on here. Look at this. This was a classic case of an amazing opportunity for a trade. Price came back down. Price has broken free of this structure, causing a break in structure right here. A massive break in structure. If I was watching at the time, I would have definitely put on another position in a sub account. And it would have been, I would have marked this candle here and this candle here as an order block. I would have taken this trade right here. I would have gone right in on this candle above there. Oh my God. There's a risk to reward ratio of 3 right there. That would have been monster. And to take it down to my current zone, 11. Makes me sick looking at that. 11.63. But unfortunately, most of these trades happen for me overnight, past 2 a.m. And I wake up in the morning with a message from Bybit saying, you know, your contracts were purchased. I'm like, oh crap, better look out, better see what's going on there. Where am I taking this to? I'm taking this one to a 4.5 return, but I could easily, and perhaps I will, actually either take 50% off the table at a risk to reward ratio of 3, which would be down here. And that's probably what I'm going to target as my first profit level right there for a 3. We're nearly there now. We're nearly there right now. At 122% profit, $30 USD profit. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. That's double my risk. So I could take it right now for a 2-to-1. But I think we're going to hit the bottom of this quite easily. In fact, because it's the top of the range, I'm only going to take half profits here. I'm going to see if this one goes all the way to the bottom, which it could. And if it does, all the way at the bottom would be right down here for a 6 return. 6.2. I might actually set that up today while we're on the stream. So we'll take half profits here at 3, and we'll take full profits at the bottom there. And that will essentially be 2 wins, 2 winning trades out of the 1. That's pretty cool. That's what we'll do. Now in the meantime, we're in a pretty good trade here. I am bearish on this structure. I am bearish on this. We see time and time again, Bitcoin over the past 6 months will hit the top of its range and come all the way back down. We've seen it here. Even created a new higher high here. But this was the top of its range before, created a new top of the range, which is pretty cool. If you were there to catch it, I know a lot of people would have been going bullish up here. Retail traders see these trends and they jump in, they try and go bullish. And what happens? Well, they create all the stops down here for market makers and smart money to come and take. That's why that happens. So that's what happened there. And look, Bitcoin came and tested the top of its range again. That would have been a great place to take a short. And if you did, bang, right on the money. Shorting at the top of the structures, guys. That's my rule number 1. Now, I have this trade, and you might be wondering, what's this big trade I have up here? What is this for? This is an idea that I have. I have not put this in the book. Oh, I may have put this in the books, but we may not see this price. In my view, this right now is the top of the structure, but I could be wrong, and this could essentially be the top of the structure. It could be, which is why my current trade is set to break even. So I'm going to try and take profits pretty soon. When I feel like we're at a point where probably this level here, it's been heavily contested in the past. So we've got a retail history of this price having a lot of range, meaning it's going to struggle to break free of this price. So I'm going to take half of my profits right here and let this ride. And then I'd probably set my minimum profits to be like 15% of that, or probably 30% of my total takings here. It's at 121%, so I'd say minimum 30 is what I'll take. That's the plan there, because the price could always come and test this. And if it is, I'm ready for a bigger short. Much bigger short. I can even pull that down to there and get a 6 return. Might even be a little bit more cheeky. Might even go a bit higher. Alright, that's the plan for Bitcoin. I will come and do that trade shortly to recreate this idea here. In the meantime, let's take a look at ETH, I think, to start with. Now, ETH. I missed the opportunity to short ETH. It's not that I missed it completely. It's just that I was shorting Bitcoin. I didn't want to overextend my my risk. It's really important, guys. Manage your risk. You don't have to be in every trade. While it would have been great to short ETH and to short Bitcoin at the same time, there's no need for it. They're essentially the same trade. If you're short on one, you're short on the other. Sometimes there's an opportunity over in ETH that you don't see necessarily on Bitcoin. All right, drawing up the line here. This line is to tell me where we get. I'm just trying to make it straight. Okay, top of this line, we're getting premium prices. Bottom of this line, we're getting discounted prices. We are sitting in premium price territory, but, and with a big but, I don't like to trade when it's 50% of the premium price, which is from the top of the structure to the 50% line, which we're currently at right now. If you scored a short at the top here, congratulations, great job. I had eyed those out, but I chose Bitcoin on this particular adventure. Not to say that that's not a great trade. That is a fantastic trade. ETH has been fantastic on the charts lately. It was just by luck that I chose Bitcoin. Nothing in particular made me choose one over the other. What would you have done here? Well, this was a great example of where being greedy would have been great, because you have that particular order block there has been mitigated. Let's try and find a good entry and see what the best entry would have been. I like the 2 hour window. If you're wondering why I choose 2 hour, I like it. Our coach Nick, he uses the 2 hour quite often as well. Sometimes it just gives you great candles to go off. Alright, so we got a good one here. Last candle before a break in structure to the bearish side is right here. Structure broke free of that, creating an imbalance just here. I'm going to show you the imbalance. The imbalance is right there, and that imbalance has been tapped into once. Targeting an imbalance in a very strong zone is a great idea. In fact, this particular imbalance is mitigated. It's been tapped into once, twice, nearly 3 times, and it has been mitigated. So you could expect the price to go higher than this particular zone here. So you could take a short here or just having a look here at our options. The other way to do this to get really amazing entry zones, which I'm not always able to do because I'm not always awake at the right time, is to watch for those break-in structures. Now we did have one here, but we weren't able to get into that one. So what you would have done, keeping this zone as your zone of entry, is put on a short. My short would have been right here. I would have made sure I had at least 20% right there on the zone and take this one. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I chose not to do the ETH short here, is because I couldn't get the 3-to-1 on this that I wanted. Price is going to struggle on ETH to come past this zone here. We've got a structure here and we've got a structure here. Perhaps you could take it down to there and get 2.3 risk to reward, but I couldn't get a 3. That must be why I didn't take it, because on the Bitcoin, I was able to get a 3 risk to reward on this one. Easily. That's why I wouldn't have taken it. And I do know I would have done my homework, but that trade there is not a winning trade for me. You could take your stop loss down, but I don't like playing with my stop loss. I like to make it large with a lot of room for error. If you were clever enough to put your entry price up the top of the structure, which I tell you guys to do, that would have been an awesome trade. You can still get a 3.7 risk to reward. All right, looking at GMT. Oh, damn. I got a couple of good trades on GMT. And there's something that I'm personally going to be working on, is keeping my trades on for longer. I didn't get this one tapped back into. That was an idea I had that didn't get tapped back into. I didn't get tapped back into this zone either, so I've missed out on those. But I did get a lot of good trades on GMT at the top of the structure. I got like 3 or 4 good shorts, which I was really happy with. But my next challenge for myself is going to be pulling the shorts and being... what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Patient. I'm going to try and be patient with these shorts next time, because I'm getting lots of good little trades on. But a lot of these good little trades, especially at the top of the structure, I should have left on to reach its full potential. I think for me, that's when I hit the next level of trading. But for now, I'm happy taking my profits and setting my profits to a good profit level. I'm happy doing that. So for Bitcoin, with that in mind, let me set this trade. Okay, so I want to take it profit level here. Oops, don't inspect. Bugger off. Just quickly before I forget, profit level. I may have already set this up, but I'm not sure. Okay. What I want to do is get rid of my profit level for now. Just for the moment. We're going to add in a limit order, 50% at 3-to-1. Okay. So when the price comes down to this level here, 50% of my trade will be taken off. And then at the bottom of the structure, which will be right there, we're going to set that to our full take profit. Done. Now, as I watch this price happen over the course of the day, I'm hoping we see the price come down here and take half my profit off. When that happens, I'll be moving my stop loss from where it is now, which is at my break-even level. I'll be moving that down to, say, here at the 30% level. So no matter what, I'll be taking profit off this trade for sure. And what I want to do right now is show you guys what I normally do. See, at the moment, my stop loss is set to 0.00. So I will not lose money on this trade. Now that it's worth a bit, it's worth giving myself a 5%. 5% stop loss. At this point, even a 10%. All right, let's do this quicker. Well, 12%. There we go. And why do I do this? Because that pays for the fees. So this particular trade is now fully broken even, fully bulletproof. The fees will be paid for even if I lose this trade. So I will lose this trade in slight profit if I do. All right. So we looked at GMT. It's coming back down. GMT, I'm assuming, will hit the bottom of the structure. Probably at this point, I think this would be an area of interest. If GMT breaks this structure, it's going to the bottom. But I think we could see GMT retest here and maybe bounce off it. That's something I'm going to be looking for. I'm not going to put an order in. I'm not interested in order just yet. I'm going to wait and see how it reacts to this price. If we see a strong move up, I'll jump in on an order. If we see a strong move down, I'll be looking to take a long from this zone here, 50% of this zone. All right, NIR was another one that I was looking at recently. Anything at the top of my chart list here are things that I'm looking at intently. And NIR is interesting because it's sticking to the bottom of its chart here. We're not quite in short territory yet, but looking at where Bitcoin is, we're going to be hitting short territory soon. The question is, for NIR, is this going to hold? Because NIR is looking like a falling knife. I don't like to catch falling knives for sure. Nobody does, right? Can this structure hold? If Bitcoin manages to hold itself, if Bitcoin manages to find that bottom at the bottom of this chart and bounce off it, then NIR may also bounce off this zone here. So I'm not taking a trade yet, but I am watching this zone. When the price comes in, I'm hoping to see a nice big push up, and I will take a long, assuming that Bitcoin is not on its way down, because I do not do longs on altcoins if Bitcoin's on its way down. That is a silly, silly, silly mistake. Now, I've seen people being taking BNB shorts. If you got in on a short right before that news dropped, fantastic. But as of now, we are not in shorting territory. We are right on the 50% zone of the largest structure. This is not a good place to be taking any trades on BNB. Why? Because we've had in the past a channel here of a trend. Now, in smart money concepts, we don't use trends. Okay, we do not use trend lines to figure out where we're going to be putting our trades in. That is what retail traders do. Retail traders love using trend lines. It's great. It's fantastic because it shows us where their stops are. And when we can see where their stops are, smart money can see them too. And what are stops? Well, they're stop losses for sure. They stop us from losing too much money when we're wrong. But they're also liquidity. They're orders in the order book on the exchange. So all of these orders are sitting here. They've been sitting here for a while, just waiting to be taken. 1 and 2. And then we've had even lows all the way across the map here. Even lows means that the price has come back down to this support line here, and retail traders have been going long. It happened here and here. Nothing really happened up until the price went up here. And when that happened, a lot of retail traders were like, yeah, I won. I won my trade. Congratulations, good trade. Price has come back down. Retail traders have been putting stops in here and here. And you've seen the price come up, but it hasn't come up to the top yet. So those stops are still there. Those stops are waiting for smart money to come in and change liquidity. When they feel like it's time for them to get out of BNB, this price is going to drop right down to the bottom here. We saw price move from around here all the way down to the midline. And people were like, wow, Binance is drowning in withdrawals. Yeah, it is. But all those many, many, many people who withdrew their funds from Binance only got a movement from here to here. That's nothing. Look at this move here. Look at this massive move there. How do you think that happens? That is market manipulation. And if you're in a trade on BNB right now, you need to make sure that you got that trade at least set to break even. Because you're trading at the midline. You're trading at a time where pressure has cooked up below with all of these stops. And it's going to take one market maker to come in and take all of those stops out and bring the price down to here. And why would they do that? Well, because they're going to go long. They're going to bring the price down to the bottom of the structure, and they're going to go long. And me, I'm taking this trade here. This one right here. That's what I'm waiting on. And I'm a patient man. I will wait, and then I'll take your stops. All right? Okay. What else are we looking at? You guys got any coins you want me to look at? I haven't been looking at the chat, so if you've been chatting, sorry. Let me have a look in the chat. If you are in the chat and you want me to look at a particular coin, let me know now. Now's your opportunity to ask any questions you have. Or review a coin. Chili's, oh man, that was looking so sexy at the top there. I wish I was doing this stream back when Chili's was at the top. I would have definitely taken that. But Chili's is heading on its way back down. Ready for long territory pretty soon. Can't wait to see that. FMT. Trading at the top half of its structure. But we're right on the middle. Right at that 50% zone where I don't trade. So that's a no from me for FMT. What am I waiting on? That's okay. This is interesting. All right. We've come down. We've hit this bottom of the structure here twice. So we've got a supply zone forming here. And it's the only supply zone I can see for a while. So when Bitcoin turns bullish, I think we could see a really good opportunity here on FMT. The opportunity would be right here. Why? Because the price came out of there. Right out of there. So this is a big demand zone. Sorry, not a supply zone. This is a massive demand zone. Bottom of the structure. Hasn't been mitigated yet. If the price comes down, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to buy in here. It's the cheapest it's been historically. And that to me is a great area to be looking for a long. Assuming that Bitcoin is also long. Take a look at Litecoin. Alright, this is actually a pretty good coin. Should have been looking at this one. I know I briefly looked at it because I've drawn on this chart. And I definitely agree with that drawing. I don't think that trade's going to be able to get through. We're still in the top half of this structure. Oh, Litecoin's in short territory for sure. I'm going to quickly draw this up because this is nice. Alright. Top of the structure. We're still in the top. There's still an opportunity here for a short too. Sorry if I've said that a few times. I'm excited. Alright. Here is the discount line. Everything above is premium. Everything below is discount. Let's see what the premium of premium is. We're still in premium of premium. Litecoin, hello. I didn't see this happen over the last few days. All right. So now I know my bias. My bias on this is very, very bearish. Let's have a look at some areas that we can look at. That is a huge supply zone. That's on the 4 hour. Is there anything on the 2 hour? Yes, definitely. That's the supply zone there. It hasn't been tapped. So the price has moved a long way from there. It's unlikely that that supply zone is going to get tapped. If it does, I am jumping on that one for sure. Second supply zone that I'll be looking for is right here. It's already had prices come up through there. I could probably make this even smaller and call that the supply zone. Big order block was created up there, mitigated by this, and then we've got right here, and I'll show you guys what I'm looking for. This area just here, we've had candle come up, candle come down, and get retested from here. But that has left a big imbalance right here. And that imbalance, it needs to be filled. And it will be filled. So my trade is going to take that imbalance from there up to that final blue candle, or green candle. I like mine blue. Okay, don't judge. So this will be option 1. For a short, option 1. Where can I take this to? I can easily take it to there and get a 3 risk to reward ratio. Great trade. Now the price has moved from there. The price may not come back to there. If it doesn't come back, the next place it's going to be right here. So this is probably the trade that I'm going to take. This is great because if I'm wrong on this trade and the price completely breaks through, I know exactly where it's going. It's going right up here. That's why I love these kind of types of trades. Where will I take this to? Well, this is great because I could take it right to this structure that is just forming now and get a 3. And I would. This would be my take profit 1. Take profit 2 is going to be down here. So I'm going to set that as my trade. And you know what? Because this is so high on the top of the structure, I'd probably just let it run. I'd probably just see what happens because it's likely that when Bitcoin continues its downward journey towards the bottom of its structure, let's take a look at Bitcoin again. As Bitcoin takes its journey down to the bottom of its structure, which is likely, it is likely this will happen. I can't predict the future. It's a 50-50 chance it won't happen, right? But because we've come from the top of the structure, most of the time we will see the bottom of the structure, most of the time. That's what really happens with these ranges. So with Litecoin, it'll pick up one of my orders. And then we're probably going to see it ranging down to the bottom of its structure following Bitcoin. Is this guaranteed? Absolutely not. Is this risky? Absolutely. All Bitcoin trades, all crypto trades, all trades in general are risky. Am I going to be right? I have a 50% chance of being right. That's all I need. 50-50 chance of being right is all I need. And when I take trades like this at the top of the structures, there is a much higher chance that I'm going to be right than wrong. How do I manage this risk? Well, the risk is going to be managed because I've got a spreadsheet here telling me exactly how much I can risk. I'm going to risk $15.78 on my next trade. That's how this works. A risk managed trade. So we're gonna do this one. We're going to add this one in. 526 is what I've currently got in the bank. And this is going to be a Litecoin short leverage. I'll probably put this one at 25 leverage when I put it into the system. Short stop loss ratio for this one is 1%. That's not great. And when I say it's not great, I'll tell you why. That stop loss percentage that you see here, 1.02. This impacts the amount of money I got to put down for the margin, which isn't a huge deal. It's just the smaller the number, when you start getting below 2 to 1 and get below 1%, it means you got to put a higher margin on the call. And that means that you can't do that many other trade plans at the same time. So it's just something to keep in mind. Where's my entry price? Entry price is going to be that. Profit level. Now this is for, I'm not setting, at the moment, I'm not setting up my full profits. This is a half profit that I'll be taking at a 5 risk to reward ratio. Stop level 75.6. All right. Here's my latest Bitcoin trade there. Let's just double check. I've done my homework. Sometimes I forget to do my homework before I put that trade into the system. So this one was a short from 18306. That one must have been this one here. 18306. No, it can't have been. That must have been an older one. See, I need to make sure I'm doing my homework properly. I didn't have my entry prices on here because I got lazy, and now I can't tell which ones they were. I could find out. I've got that thing. I'll show you guys what I use. It's called Trader Sync. I haven't logged in on this system, so it's going to be probably not easy to show you guys exactly what it does. But Trader Sync, it syncs up with your exchange. It takes all of your trades and it tells you exactly how you're doing, showing your wins, your losses, so you don't have to do a spreadsheet. But I like to do both. I love to do both. All right, so let me put this trade in the system. I did update my my win loss rate on Twitch, so that was there. BTC short. I think it was for, yeah, about 526. I can't remember the exact wallet size when I did this one. This was done on the 14th of the 12th, 2022. 25 short. And I'll just put in my entry prices. And just so you guys know, streaming on Twitch is why I keep these, and why I wanted to stream on Twitch, to keep myself accountable. Stop loss was there, and this is already set to a break even. I'm not going to put in any loss or profit yet. Well, there's no loss, but I won't put any profit on this one yet. Not until we are completely done with this trade. Now, for this Litecoin trade, let's get this in the system. And by system, I mean let's get this into Bybit. Entry price. I really get annoyed with Bybit when it doesn't have order by cost on a coin. So annoying. They used to have it on every single coin, and now you have to kind of fluff around to get the right cost. That's $10. This cost should be $15, I think. What should my cost be? You tell me, spreadsheet. Cost will be $172. But let's make sure I've got my ratio set at 25. No, it won't. Cost will be $62. Yep, I am doing an isolated 25. Is it 25 or 26? Do I need glasses? That's 25. So I'm looking for a cost of 62. 24. $63. There we go. 63. $62. All right. Order value is $1,530 US. Order price is $74. Now I want to do a short. And here's where we just make sure that our profits and our losses are correct. So profit level, $84 profit. Stop level, $15. Perfect. All right. right, let's get this into the system. Sell short. Done. That is ready to get picked up. All right. Let's see what else we got. See what other opportunities we have. Did we look at FMT today? I think we did. If the price comes back up for FMT, I would recommend a short for that for sure. Actually, I don't recommend anything. You trade on your own. I can't give you any financial advice, and I never will. I just show you what I'm trading. Unify, nope. Link, absolutely not. Not right now. Not until we hit that bottom. Gala. Oh, Gala. I'm so worried about you. Not that I really care. If you're wondering what this is, I didn't put this trade on. It was just an idea, and it was not something I was considering really at all. Why? Because Gala has been sitting here hitting this zone here, and it's not looking good. It's already broken free. Yuck. I think Gala is going to show us some new lows. We've broken free of that. It doesn't look like it's going to react well off that price. Not looking good for Gala at all. OP. Wow, it briefly came into short territory and was rejected. If you were lucky enough to get, if you're smart enough, not lucky enough, if you're smart enough to get a nice short here in that zone right here, that would have been fantastic. I didn't see that. I've been looking for those sort of things in the future. That's a great trade right there. Right on the discount line. Okay, not a great trade, but a decent enough trade. It's right on the discount line there. Knowing that Bitcoin is probably bearish, yeah, that might be a good option. Having said that, I would set it to break even because we could see Bitcoin come back up and retest these higher prices briefly before it falls. That's my prediction. Although I could be very, very, very wrong. As we know, everything is random and we can't predict anything. We can just do our best to predict the most highly probable trades. Doesn't mean we're going to be right. AVAX, I'll be watching AVAX to come and test these higher prices again. This was top of the structure, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop there. This to me looks like the top of the structure. So if I'm on AVAX, I'm looking for trades up here. You could take some shorts up here. You would call those, they would mostly be scalping trades. In my view, you could do that. You could make a bit of money there. Not for me though. Sand. Looks like Gala. Has me a bit worried. The price hasn't really tapped into this supply zone down here. Sorry, this demand zone down here. Hasn't tapped into it just yet. It's been teetering on it, but it's not quite there yet. Hopefully, when it does teeter on this, hopefully we get a good reaction. So it's going up my list actually. I would like to get a long on sand once we see Bitcoin hit the bottom of its structure. Okay, AVAX. I think we looked at that one already, or it looks very similar to a coin. No, we just looked at that before. KNC, my old friend KNC. It's been nice to see you ranging, old buddy. I haven't taken an order on KNC for a while. In my view, this is a highly fluctuating coin, great for profits. Hasn't tested these higher prices yet. In my view, this is the top of the structure and we haven't hit it yet. If the price does come down for KNC, personally, I'd be weary about taking a long down here because we do have stops sitting right here. Weary. However, down at this level here, I definitely want to take a long from there. Sol, what's going on? There's just no trading volume for Sol right now. Come on. It's really at that 50% zone. I am not taking a Sol trade. ECT. Oh, excuse me. And the wider scheme of things is at the 50% range. It's not something I'm interested in right now. I'd love to see ECT come lower so we can take it long. I'd also love to see it go higher so we can just do something with it. Just like Sol, it's just not doing much. Matic is below that 50% zone. It's too late for a short on Matic. If you were clever enough to get it up here, well done. I wasn't looking at Matic at the time. I'm not interested in any Matic trades until we get well below this discount zone. Right now it's just in slightly premium prices. Nothing particularly exciting there for me. EOS, similar concept. Just waiting for it to reach those lower prices, although EOS could be right for a short. Now I can't stop yawning. So sorry, guys. Alright, EOS. It's getting quite warm in this room, that's why. Someone turned the aircon off. We're sitting here in premium prices for EOS. It seemed to hit the top of its structure for sure. It's come back up for a quick test of this breaker block. But we haven't tested this up here. So, if the price comes up here, yeah, I'm interested for sure in taking a short. If the price comes up into here, again, I'm probably going to be interested in a short. Those zones are kind of looking good. What would I do? Yeah, I might take this. I might very much take this. At least I'm going to do a paper trade here. I don't want to open up myself to too much more risk, but I think that could get taken up. We've got an imbalance there. It's following my bias on Bitcoin. You get a killer 4.4 return on that. Keeping that to the swing. 5.47. Yeah, I'll take that any day. And we know if it breaks free of this one, it's going to retest up here. And you're at least at this top one, at that top of the structure, you're at least going to get an opportunity, in my view. You're likely to get an opportunity to set your trade to break even. Likely. If we bring that down to here, you can get a 3, and I can be greedy on my entry price and bring that up. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but I can be greedy. I can afford to be greedy. I'm worth it. That would be take profit 1 and take profit 2, of course. I'd probably set it to here. And for this one here, I'd probably set take profit to there. 4.8 for the first one. 6.14 for that one. I'm putting EOS at the top of my list. Come on, EOS, let's go. Not the very top, but definitely up here near Litecoin, which I just entered. Cool, all right. Those are two pretty decent ideas in my view. Litecoin, EOS. What was near? Yeah, near was at the bottom of its structure, so I'm not really interested in near at the moment. So you can go down. Okay, what else we got? Let's see if there's any other opportunities further down my list. ECT, not quite there. ECT's got a way to go before it hits that bottom. Matic, I think we've already looked at Matic today. I feel like we have. XRP. I do have high hopes for XRP after hearing the devs talk, but I don't invest on speculation. It's not what I'm here to do. And after we've seen FTX's coin go to shit, I think there's more room now for XRP to grow in the future, but I'm not speculating. I don't do speculation investments. That's kind of silly. For now, XRP is the middle of its structure. It's nearly coming into discounted prices. I'm not interested in doing anything unless I get a premium price or a discount. ADA. Another one that I was worried about. Another trade I put in paper. In paper, this was a decent trade, but as you can see, price has really been hammering through, and it's now broken structure to the bearish side. This is looking bad. Now, when I say this, guys, when I say this is looking bad, there's been multiple coins today that have broken to the bearish side. Does that mean take a short? No. We do not take shorts at discount prices. We only take shorts at premium prices. You don't have to be in every trade. Wait for a better opportunity. And look, this hasn't broken structure just yet, which in my view makes it even more susceptible. Susceptible? Is that a word? Look. Let me get my dollar sign here, right here. Price came back down in the past. It hit this point here, and it's reflected back up. So it's had a reaction off this price. Price has come back down to here, and people have seen this was the lowest of the lowest as it's been. People have put their stops there. Maybe it's a good trade. It is, but that also means there's stops down here, so the price could easily get taken. I'm not interested in this trade because it's been broken, but I know a lot of people, some people would have definitely come down here and they would have gone long. They would have gone long. Their entry price would have been right here. Their stops would have been underneath here. They're in this long trade right now and they're trapped. Why would I not choose this one? I would not choose this trade because we have an order block sitting right here. It could be that big, but also the order block could just be this big. And this order block has been tapped into once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times this has been tapped into and it hasn't reacted. That's not a good sign for an order block. That means liquidity has been drained, and that's what happens here. Liquidity has been drained, taken all the way out, and all these traders are now trapped in this trade hoping that it goes up. That, in my view, is a retail trap. I could be wrong, and the price may come back up in here and retest. It could happen. But I have a bad feeling that ADA, along with a few other coins, are going to see the price come through. And look, let's keep that up. Let's keep that trade there so we can see if it would work. Those are the kind of things that I'm looking for when I'm deciding if I'm going to take a long. How many times has that particular order block been tapped? Because we know resistance breaks down over time. Okay, resistance doesn't get stronger over time. It breaks down over time because resistance is nothing if it's not liquidity. All right, Adam. 50%. Ape. Looking decent for a short. No, it's not. I tell a lie. It's not. It was looking pretty exciting until you realize it's still discounted prices. Dot. Yikes. Yikes, Dot. And I had a lot of good friends who put a lot of good money into Dot. I wonder how they're doing now. But yikes. Yeah. Had another order block here, leaving a demand zone down here. It's been tapped into once, twice, 3, 4 times. Could it survive another one? Unlikely, but not something I'm interested in longing at the moment. Definitely, I mean, given the Bitcoins, I've got a short in there, but that's beside the point. Theta, same thing. Oh, they're not looking great. In fact, this one has broken structure to the bearish side. Stay clear of Theta. I wouldn't be shorting it either because it's at the bottom of the structure. You don't know where to take profit. There's no point shorting it. VET. Wow, there's a lot of downward pressure on these altcoins. I'm looking forward to a time where we can go long on these, but that time is not here. And Axie. Nice to see it holding structure. One of the reasons why I like Axie is because someone's playing with this market, but not for a while now. So I'm just taking a look at Axie. I'm not really interested in trading at all. Are there any that I'm missing? Let's take a look over at coin market cap. Looking at volume over the last 24 hours, and I'm looking for any coins that kind of interest me that I haven't taken notice of. besides Dodge. I mean, I don't know if any smart money is actually in Dodge or not. I could trade it. Just feel like a bit of a degen trading it. Tron's back in the top 20. All right, Tron. Do I even have you in my charts? Add that symbol in. Why? Oh, is it TRN or something? TRX, yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm glad we added Tron. Guys, Tron's had a bit of a bullish run. Okay, all right. This is promising. Look at the chart. Look at the manipulation going on there. Wow. I feel a sneeze coming on. I'll try and mute the mic before I sneeze. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Glad you guys didn't have to witness that. Blowing your speakers up. All right, doing our 50% line so we can tell where premium and discount prices are. We are well into premium prices. We are in premium prices. Tron, my friend, hello. Yes, I'm interested in taking a short. I am very much interested in taking a short. Especially considering the volume you've had today. 7.3 million? Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's like 7 times the GMT volume today. Not quite at the chili level. Okay, what can we do here? Let's see if we can go down to the 1 hour and find a really good entry. We can find a good entry, and I think the entry is right there. It's a doji candle. Not my favorite type of order block. But it's definitely a supply area. There's a very good entry here in the 15-minute. Okay, there's a couple of places here that we could play with Tron. Got a lovely entry point right here, which has just almost been flirted with. So, 2 areas that I'd be interested in Tron. Taking a short here is definitely on the cards. With it giving me a 3 risk to reward ratio. That is so hard. Risk to reward ratio. I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to go for a 4. And up the top there. We can get a 3.4 if we target the top of the range there. But for me, if it breaks here, we're already in danger territory. There's a 6. Those are pretty cool ideas. I'm actually going to post that into our Discord, I think. Something to look out for Tron. The thing is, you could take those trades, if you get in on them, all the way down. I like that a lot. Let me just pop that onto my main PC and pop that in my Discord, I think. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Can you imagine with Tron, all the people going along right now? Just imagine that. Oh, those trades are pretty cool because you can take them so far. Copy chart image. A couple of ideas here for you guys to look over. If you are watching my stream from the Onyx group, then these will be right up your alley. Couple of ideas. Tron, it's at the top of its range. I know my camera's just turned off. I think it's just overheated. That's okay. I'm nearly done for the day anyway. Top of its range. All right, yeah, I just posted that to our Discord group. If you do ever want to learn more about the Discord group, just let me know and I can tell you all about it. It's a trading Discord group that we are part of called the Onyx Crypto Trading Group. I stream to most of the members there. If you're watching me and you're not part of the group, that's fine, but it is a group that I would recommend. Our coach, Nick D, has taught us everything to do with supply and demand trading. It's honestly changed my trading style and my life. And as you can see here, I'm on my journey from $100 in this account up to $10,000 and beyond. And beyond. I'm doing this on Twitch live, so you can see me from the start. All of my Twitch streams are on YouTube. And so you know that this is authentic, what I'm doing here. I'm not adding in copious amounts of my own money. Maybe $100 a week will go into my crypto wallet. But aside from that, everything is on the table. Like you'll see the wins and the losses here. So you'll see how much we're actually making. Not how much I'm putting into the account, but how much profit we're making from the account in terms of trading. And with that, guys, I'm going to leave it there for the day. I do hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope your trades go well. And thank you for watching. I will be back probably tomorrow. Have a great day. See you later.